What's up, soul family, and welcome back to my channel. In today's pick a card, we are going to be spilling the tea on what you can expect in the month of November. You guys, I'm super excited for this reading, you guys, because we are going to be headed into my birthday month soon. Your girl is gonna be 24. I am super excited, y'all. Mark it down on your calendars because I will be turning 24 on the 22nd, you guys. Alrighty, you guys, so before we get started, if you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. And if you guys are interested in the decks that we'll be using for today's reading, they will be available for purchase on my Amazon store, along with a couple of other cool decks and books and stuff. Be sure to check that out if you guys are interested in purchasing your own deck. And without further ado, we're gonna go on ahead and jump into your pile choices now. Alrighty, you guys, so here are the three groups that you have to choose from today. We have group number 1 with the White Raven Spirit, group number 2 with the Hummingbird Spirit, and group number 3 with the Eagle Spirit, you guys. So going ahead and take a moment to choose the card that you feel the most drawn to today. Pause the video if you need a little bit more time to choose, you guys, and whenever you are ready, I will meet you at your reading. The timestamps for each card will be available down in the description box below for your convenience. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 1, and welcome to your reading, you guys. So you guys have chosen the White Raven Spirit, and the bottom of the card says trust in the magic. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For all three piles, right, I'm getting that collectively everybody's faith is gonna be getting tested this month, okay? This is the one time I've ever pulled cards and I've seen so many reversals, so many ups and downs. And what I'm seeing here, we have the World card, right? So the overall message for you guys is you cannot give up. You cannot give up your faith, because I feel like you guys have probably been praying for something, manifesting something, hoping for something, whether that's financial abundance, whether that's love, whether that's maybe a new job or a new home, or whatever it is that you've been praying for and hoping for that you haven't been manifesting. You feel like it's not going to come at all. You guys might be tempted to give up this month, but the important message is don't, because it's like your faith is being tested. Whatever it is that you believe in, whether it's God, the universe, angels, or if you just don't believe that things could ever possibly go your way, if you don't believe in your manifestations, you're starting to not believe in them. The importance is here, it's like I feel like you're being tested this month. Your faith is being tested. And we have the Tower card reversed. So you have some major changes coming your way. But when the Tower card comes up reversed, this is a good sign. Because usually when it comes up in the upright, it's like you have these big ass changes that are coming in that are going to catch you off guard. When the Tower comes in the reverse, this is a sign that you actually get a chance to prepare for these major changes coming in so that you are not overwhelmed by them. Okay, so in the month of November, I feel like you are going to be wanting to prep for some huge changes. And those changes entail the things that you have been asking for, wishing for, hoping for, waiting for the universe to bring in. Your patience is really being tested this month, okay? And we also have the Hanged Woman in the reverse. So you're no longer going to be in a stale, stuck, stagnant energy where you're going to be feeling like you're in limbo. But you might almost feel like you're at the point. It's like as soon as you're like, you know, like you're telling the universe, like, you know what, I'm finna give up. I'm not about to keep playing with you. I've been asking you for this shit. I'm just I don't think that you're gonna bring me the shit that I've been asking for at all. And that's when the universe is like, hold up now, like, we have it's right here, like, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, don't give up before you're at the finish line. You can't see the finish line, but don't be one of those people that's like 2 inches from the finish line and that's when you decide to give up, because you can't see it. Okay, so that's going to be the overall theme for you this month. No matter what, you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing, even though your patience is going to be tested, because at the end of the day, you're going to be victorious. Okay, so this is your sign. This is your confirmation. If you've been looking for a sign from the universe that you're going to succeed, that you're going to be successful, or that you're going to get the recognition that you deserve, and you're going to get what you've been asking for and praying for, this is your sign that you're going to be victorious. Okay, this is an energy of victory. And also we have the Six of Pentacles. This is an energy of abundance. Okay, being recognized for what you have to bring to the table. So some of you guys might be getting a new job, or a new house, new relationship, whatever it is that you consider to be a win, whatever it is that you consider to be victorious, that you've been asking for and praying for and hoping for, that is what you are going to get. You're going to also be called to the table, or called to really analyze what it is that you want. Like, are you going in the right direction? You know, what you want is presented directly in front of you, but do you want it? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really want it? Like, it's like you're being called to evaluate what is the right direction for you. What needs to change in your life? It's like it's time for you to move in a new direction. You know that. But it's like you're assessing exactly what that entails and if it's worth it to you. Okay? I'm also hearing, like, beware of energy vampires around you. People who want what you have. Okay? We have the King of Cups here reversed, and the King of Swords here reversed, and the Temperance card reversed. Somebody in your life is being hella extra for no reason, and that's like the best way I could say it. They're not stable. They're not emotionally or mentally stable. This energy is not very stable, and if you're not careful, that shit will rub off on you if you don't have the proper boundaries and guards up. Okay, so if this might even be somebody, I would honestly advise you, looking at this energy, somebody has to get cut off. Okay, somebody is holding you back here. Somebody is keeping you stuck and stagnant. Okay, and it's like either you're going to cut them off yourself, or the universe is just going to straight up pluck them off of your path, okay, this month. So if somebody is coming to mind as you are hearing me refer to this person that is all out of balance, all fucking over the place, they could even be doing something excessively. This person could be an alcoholic. This person could drink too much. This person could be indulging in drugs, overdoing something that is going to fuck up their mental and emotional well-being, or their mental and emotional health. And they might kind of be reaching out to you for assistance, or reaching out to you to kind of leech some of your energy off of you. That's just going to drain you. So, like, be careful with that. You might not want to answer the phone every time it rings this month, you guys. Believe me, I've been in the same energy. Okay, like, you got to preserve what is for you, because you are really being tested this month. You are really being tested this month when it comes to whatever you've been manifesting, and you might be tempted to give up, but the card you chose literally says trust in the magic. You guys are magical fucking people. Okay, like, you cannot underestimate your power. All right, and I feel like whoever this is, they see subconsciously, they see how powerful you are. That's why they're almost leeching off of you. Beware of those who have an issue with the boundaries that you put in place, because the only people who will get mad and not respect the boundaries that you implement are going to be the people who benefit from you not having those boundaries. Those are the people that you got to watch out for. This is somebody who doesn't have no boundaries, y'all. This is the awkward way I'm holding it. It came out like this. These are people who don't have no boundaries. Emotional, mental boundaries. You gotta be careful with this, because this person, or even these people, they will fuck your life up. You know exactly who I'm talking about. You gotta cut them off this month. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? So this really is an energy of having faith. As long as you are watering your manifestations, as long as you are putting energy and effort towards working towards these things that you want to see in your life, they will be fruitful, at least by the end of November, or at least by December. All right, but you cannot stop watering. Just because, okay, just because you don't see the plant growing doesn't mean that you shouldn't water it. Okay, the plant's not dead. You know it's not dead. Okay, and your manifestations and your prayers and whatever it is you've been hoping and wishing for, it's the same thing. Okay, you still have to, they're not dead. Don't let your dreams die because you don't see that you're at the finish line. Okay, if she doesn't water this plant, it's gonna die. Okay, and your faith is like the same exact way. If she loses faith and stops watering that plant, it's gonna die. And then she's really not gonna achieve that victory. She's really not gonna be able to pat herself on the back like, yeah, that my plant has grown. I really did that shit. That's how you have to treat your wishes, your manifestations, your desires. Because you might really be at the point where you want to give up on them because you feel like you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. You're not seeing the results out of the efforts that you've been putting in. But if you do that, it's like they could die completely. And so your faith is what you need to be holding on to this month. Your magic is what you need to be holding on to this month. Even if you don't see the results physically in front of you, that doesn't mean they're not coming. Whatever the fuck you water is going to grow. Okay? So keep your faith this month and make sure you cut off anybody or anything that stands in the way between you and what it is you've been praying for, hoping for, manifesting. Don't let nobody siphon your energy. Don't let nobody siphon your magic this month. If this person or somebody in your life or multiple people in your life appear unstable and they constantly want to be around you, don't let them bring no weird ass, shady ass instability into your life. Those people gotta go, okay? They gotta go, and you gotta trust in yourself and trust in your intuition and trust in your judgment. Because these very people will try to gaslight you and manipulate you to make you seem like you're the crazy one. But as soon as you cut them off, watch how everything falls into place for you. Okay? Watch how your life starts to bear fruit. Okay, and abundance. All right, so that's what I have for you guys who have chosen group number 1. I hope that this reading resonated for you guys. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. If you are interested in purchasing one of the decks that we use for today's tarot reading, we did use the Mystic Mondays tarot deck along with the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. These decks, along with some other pretty cool decks, will be available on my Amazon store down below, along with some other books and stuff that you guys could check out. So yeah, be sure to check that out if that's something you're interested in. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 2, and welcome to your reading, you guys. So you guys have chosen the hummingbird spirit, and the bottom of the card says be here now. Okay, you guys, so what can you expect in the month of November? All right, so when I read be here now, I feel like that's kind of the Spirit's way of telling you that you need to focus on being present with yourself, okay? Y'all have literally been through so much, and I really do kind of feel like in this situation it pertains to your family. Your family has put you through so much, and this month you really need to focus on unlearning a lot of the unhealthy thought patterns and habits that your family has put on you. Because if you chose this pile, you have been blessed with the codes of actually breaking free from a lot of toxic family cycles, a lot of toxic family curses and dynamics that have been passed down through your bloodline for generations. Okay, and the thing is, this month, if you really choose to step into your path, and you really choose to step into your path, I'm feeling the energy that things are going to happen for you very, very quickly. Okay, and it might even get to the point where it's overwhelming. We have this 8 of Wands, and we have this Knight of Wands, and we have this 8 of Cups. So this month you are gonna get away from something. You're trying to get away from something, and it's like you're almost not even gonna doubt that this is the right move for you. You're not even gonna doubt that. You're not gonna doubt yourself, okay? But what I'm seeing here is I'm getting this anger. Like there's this anger that you guys have inside of you towards your family, or towards, you know, maybe like a parent, a mother, a father. I feel like it's a mother, okay? Maybe a mom that has been very cold to you, and it's almost like there's a part of you that, you know how they say hurt people hurt people? There's a part of you that with this Queen of Swords reverse, it's like you're turning into this Ice Queen, okay? You're feeling very detached this month. Okay, you're feeling very, very detached, and you're going to be very much in your head this month, trying to process a lot of the stuff that you have experienced throughout your life and that you are currently experiencing. Okay, we also have the Hermit card reversed, so you're going to be very, very attached. There's a part of you that's going to want to come out of your shell, but there's something that is keeping you to yourself this month, okay? And I feel like you guys are really, it almost seems like you are evaluating all of the times in your life where you couldn't necessarily get the things that you genuinely wanted. I feel like a lot of you guys grew up in poverty, or you grew up without a lot of money, okay? And we have this Ace of Pentacles reversed, and we have this 10 of Pentacles reversed. It's like you've always wanted to have money, or you always wanted to experience financial freedom, And I feel like your family, they fucked up because they didn't have those codes. They didn't have those codes for abundance that you actually have. So I feel like you are breaking free from the poverty mindset this month. And you're really trying to watch the thoughts and the stuff that you say about when it comes to money, or when it comes to finances, when it comes to financial freedom. Some of you had family members that always said like, oh, I don't have money. We can't buy that because we don't have the money. And people don't really realize or understand, when your kids hear you say that shit to them throughout their entire life, it creates such a toxic energy surrounding money. Okay, and surrounding material wealth. And I feel like a lot of you guys also experience, having a broken family because of this, because of material things, because of money. And I feel like you guys are really waking up to the fact that money is really a human construct, and it is needed in order to survive in today's society, despite the fact that we are literally living on a floating rock that already has every last resource that we could possibly need in order to survive on it. Okay, humans invented money as a means of like controlling other humans. The government has, and a lot of people don't really understand that money is energy. Okay, and your energy is really dependent upon the thoughts and the words that you speak over your life, and in this situation over your children. If you grew up with parents that were constantly saying, oh, we don't have money for this, we don't have it, you know what I'm saying? They put that shit on you, and you were born as a limitless individual. And when I say limitless, money was not a limit for you until you came to earth, until you came to this 3D plane. I feel like awakening to this is almost activating a lot of anger, and like there's a part of you that feels really, really cold, because if you grew up with money, then you won't really understand how frustrating it can be to always be told no when you ask for literally anything as a child, or even as an adolescent, and how deep rooted some people's issues with money can be. Like my mom was a single mom for the vast majority of my childhood, and as an adult, there's still a part of me that's really upset with the fact that all I ever heard her say, even to this day, all I ever hear her say is negative things, fears, when it surrounds the energy of money, and when it surrounds the energy of abundance. Do you know how hard it is to unlearn that shit? You have the codes to unlearn unhealthy money and financial material wealth, and you know how hard it is to unlearn having a toxic relationship with those things, when the world that you live in is based off of money and currency and material things. So I feel like y'all are really awakening to this. And with the 7 of Cups reversed, it's like I feel like a lot of you guys might be fantasizing about the life that you wish you could have had, or the life that you want to continue having. But there is a need for you to break free, walk away from somebody or something that has a very toxic mindset surrounding money, so that it no longer has to affect you. So you're really breaking free of those patterns, and it's like you really want to cuss anybody out that has something negative to say about finances, because I feel like right now your mind is very delicate, very sensitive right now to the things that you are saying and the things that you are thinking about material wealth, but just a lot of the stuff that has been projected onto you throughout your life. You're in a sensitive spot with this because you are unlearning so many things, and you're doing that shit on your own. That shit is not easy, and people sleep on the fact that that shit is not easy. But you guys have to understand, you guys were the ones that were born with the codes, like the codes in your DNA, to break those patterns, to break those generational curses. Okay, and if you feel me, you know what I'm talking about, then you know this reading is for you. If you just don't resonate with this, and this is not for you, like I don't know what to tell you. But like, if this is for you, you know. So this month you can expect to be breaking free from a lot of generational curses as it pertains to poverty mindset. especially in the African American community, I feel like, you know, not to bring race into this, but if you black, you know, like, this shit has been implemented on us for many generations. That slavery mindset, like, we really got to break free from all of that shit, you know. And I'm not saying that other races, you know, don't experience that, but I just feel like it's way more heavily ingrained in the black community, because, you know, where we come, especially in this country, you know what I'm saying? Like, our ancestors were slaves. And some of us still have that mindset ingrained into us, whereas others of us, you know, we have the codes to break free of that shit and actually experience abundance, and to experience that royalty treatment of being treated like kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this message is really supposed to resonate for a very specific group of people, you know? So it's either going to be for you or it's not going to be for you. But I feel like y'all are doing some heavy shadow work this month, okay? And when you come out, you're going to be on top. But here's the thing, though. The hummingbird says, be here now, right? The Seven of Cups has some unhealthy coping mechanisms when it comes to dealing with trauma, or when it comes to dealing with shadow work. This is an energy of dissociation, you know. And I feel like some things are just so damaging that you, and when I say you, I really mean we, if this message is for you, will have a tendency to dissociate from some of the traumas, from some of the harmful mindsets, you know what I'm saying, and go into our little safe space. And the fact that we have to get through so much shit alone is what makes us these ice queens or these ice kings. That's just like, you know, becoming this version of ourselves that hurts people similar to how we've been hurt, you know. And I feel like it's okay for you to want to isolate yourself, and it's okay for you to want to stay to yourself as you undergo this shadow work. And it might get pretty fucking dark. Especially when it comes to breaking free of generational curses. It's like you got the weight of all generations before you on your shoulders, and they're looking towards you to break these patterns, to break these curses. November is going to be a big month for you, okay? Like, it's going to be huge. I can't even lie. It's going to be huge. But as soon as you decide to do this work on yourself, I can't express to you how fast things are going to start happening for you, okay? You get to choose your path. You get to choose the path that you go down, and you get to choose how much of what your family has tried to teach you or implement on you, how much you take with you. Because there's certain shit, just because they were older than you and they had more experience than you in this lifetime, doesn't mean that they were always right? Certain shit has to be left behind. Certain stuff that's been ingrained in you subconsciously, it has to be left behind, because the truth of the matter is, you guys were always meant to experience abundance in this lifetime. Just because you didn't throughout your life, just because you didn't throughout your childhood or throughout, you know, your younger years, doesn't mean you don't have the capacity for it in this lifetime. You were the ones in your family that was born with the codes. That's why you were always a black sheep. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be willing to leave behind certain shit, cut certain people off. You know what I'm saying? Not with the intention of hurting them, but with the understanding that they are not in alignment with your highest good anymore. You know? So I feel like y'all have a lot of learning. Like, you have a lot of learning to do. Well, not learning to do, unlearning to do. And with that comes the ability to really teach others, especially those who come after you, generation-wise, healthier and better mindsets when it comes to money and finances. You know what I'm saying? Or just material wealth in general, and how to accumulate that. So I hope that reading was helpful for you guys. I know that it was super duper deep, but I'm definitely feeling like this month is going to be a shadow work month for you. But when you come out, it's like you're finally going to see the light for real. You know, so that's what I have for y'all. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. If you're interested in the decks that we use for today's tarot reading, we did use the Mystic Mondays tarot deck along with the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. These decks will be available for purchase on my Amazon store. which will be available down in the description box below, along with some other pretty cool decks and books and stuff that I use for my channel. So check that out if that's something that you're interested in. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 3 with the eagle spirit, and the bottom of the card says spirit has your back. Alrighty, you guys, so what can you expect in the month of November? Okay, so I said the same thing to group number 1, you guys. There is a collective energy of our faith being tested this month, okay? And so I feel like this month, I really think that you guys are really going to be evaluating how stuck you might have been feeling or how little movement there has been in your life, okay? And I really think that similar to group number 2, actually, you guys are really going to be focused on unlearning certain patterns or behaviors, or like maybe even in some cases like spiritual beliefs that might have been projected onto you. So I feel like you guys might be finding yourself questioning a lot, right, this month, and maybe exploring your spirituality a little bit more, especially for those of you who have grown up in strict religious households, you know, regardless of like what culture. But I feel like you guys are going to be exploring yourself more, and you're going to feel safe to do so, safe to step out of your comfort zone. But there also might be an energy of underlying anger for the fact that maybe you have been kept stuck all this time, or stuck all these years, or not really seeing things for how they truly are, because you've been blinded in a way, if that makes sense. Some of y'all might have even been part of like cult type of religions, if that makes sense, for some of you. But I just feel like you guys are going to have a desire to explore yourself spiritually a little bit more, but there might be an energy of fear surrounding doing this, especially if you've been taught like, oh, that's wrong and that's right, and believe this, don't believe that. It's like you never really got a chance to think for yourself. And I feel like here with this Princess of Pentacles, it's almost, and this Knight of Swords, it's almost like you're gonna get an opportunity to think for yourself this month, and that's going to cause you to question a lot. I'm also seeing that this month you might be, I feel like you're going to be undergoing some healing, and I feel like you are going to get some type of assistance of sorts, whether this is government assistance or whether this is physically somebody who wants to help you move forward. We have this 2 of Wands, so you're going to be experiencing something with either someone or an organization of sorts that is going to help you move forward, like on the path that you are on. It's like the 2 paths are going in the same direction. So for a lot of you, this could be like a person stepping in that wants to offer you some assistance, and you deciding, you know what, I'm gonna let my guard down. We have this 9 of Wands reversed. You are letting your guard down. And this is going to be very, very fruitful in the end, because I feel like in the past, or maybe the past couple months, within the past year or so, you have felt extremely overwhelmed. You've been carrying a lot of weight. You've been carrying a lot of baggage. And this month, I feel like you're finally being given a chance to let it all go, you know? You know, I'm somebody who, and I don't really share this a lot, but I grew up in kind of a strict religious situation. I attended Catholic school from the age of 3 to about the age of 9, okay? And when I tell you, that was probably like the most lost I've ever been spiritually. And as I grew older, I came to realize that spiritual freedom was the path that I was meant to embark on, you know? And I got into manifestation and astrology and tarot and stuff like that. But I feel like somewhere along the way, I still felt kind of lost. And you know how I said that there's a collective energy, a collective shift within us where all of our faith is being tested, you know? Whether that's faith in a higher power, faith in yourself, faith in your manifestations. Last night, I came to a point where it's like I literally broke the fuck down and I started praying, which is crazy because most of the time, like, you know, I got this, I can do this on my own, I could do this on myself. But last night, I actually found myself like praying. So, you know, whatever you want to call it, higher consciousness, some might call it Allah, some might call it God, some might call it source. You know what I'm saying? Some might call it just talking out loud to the universe, or just talking out loud to whoever the fuck will listen. But I just found myself doing that, you know? And I realized that there was a need for me to surrender. I had been feeling stuck because I needed to surrender. I needed to let down my guard. These ideas that it has to be done this way and it can't be done any other way. I have to see it this way, or I just can't see it. These ideas were keeping me stuck, right? So what I'm getting at with this is I feel like overall I'm just relating to this energy of surrender that you guys are going to be experiencing this month. Yeah, spiritual surrender, but also just freeing yourself from almost everything that has kept you stuck. So for some of you, that can be family dynamics. For others of you, that could be your belief systems, religious beliefs, opening yourself up to whatever the fuck the universe has in store for you, right? And then also we have here the 5 of Pentacles reverse. Some of you guys, I feel like, are going to be coming out of financial poverty this month, or if it's not financial, it could be emotional poverty, depression, being left out in the cold. Whatever it is, I feel like you're going to experience some type of breakthrough this month, right? And I feel like you should turn to your faith, whatever it is that you believe in, you know? And if you don't believe in anything, turn within, turn towards yourself, right? But there's a need for some type of faith this month. There's some type of blockage surrounding faith. But I do respect that some people who are here, you could be atheists, maybe you don't believe in that shit. But if you don't believe in it, believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get at. Regardless of what you believe in, if you don't have faith in the universe, you don't have faith in God, you don't have faith in those type of things, have faith in yourself. Okay, so, you know, that's what I'm getting at. Because I feel like at the end of the day, all of that shit goes hand in hand with one another, whether it's you, whether it's the universe, whether it's, you know, God, whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it, higher consciousness. If you don't believe in all of that shit, you know, you think it's all bullshit, believe in yourself, okay? Because if there's one thing I can tell you, you are real, you know, you are real. So we have this Knight of Swords this month and this Princess of Pentacles. I don't know, I'm feeling like these two energies, while very, very different, they could be very complementary to one another. And one thing I'm noticing here is that they're going in the same direction. They're facing the same direction. So I'm feeling like there could be somebody that you end up meeting this month, or maybe even reconnecting to this month, that kind of helps you to let your guard down and come out of this stagnant place that you guys have been stuck in, this place that you don't want to be in, you know, emotionally. And so I do see you guys really moving forward this month, and I feel like you're going to be able to really not only let your guard down, but ask for help if you need it, you know, whatever type of help you need, whether it's financial help, emotional help, that type of thing. Some of you guys might be attending therapy or something this month. I'm getting that type of thing. But either way, the overall message is that you're going to be heading in the right direction this month, getting what you need this month. And with the Eagle Spirit saying Spirit has your back, like how I was saying, if you don't trust in Spirit, you don't trust in God, you don't trust in the universe, trust in yourself. Okay, if they ain't got your back, you gotta have your own back. Okay, because I believe, you know, that shit all goes hand in hand. I feel like, you know, God, I personally believe, and this is not to project my beliefs onto other people, but I believe that we are all human versions of the same source, of the same God, of the universe. We're just all different expressions of that, you know. So I feel like even if you just believe in yourself and you put all of your faith in yourself, you will change your life around for the better, you know. And that's just my personal opinion. You know, I respect all opinions and beliefs, but I just hope that this message helped you in some way, shape, or form as you proceed into this month, especially if you've been having a hard time lately. So that's what I have for you guys that have chosen group number 3. I hope that this reading resonated for you. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. If you're interested in what was I going to say? If you're interested in the deck that we use for today's reading, we use the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck as well as the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. These will be available for purchase on my Amazon store down in the description box below, along with some other pretty cool decks and books and stuff that I have. So be sure to check that out if that is something that you are interested in. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye.